Yeah, we record in a podcast. Comics, movies, games, we so outright geeky.
We're so outright geeky.
Yeah, we outright geeky.
We're so outright geeky.
Da-na-na-na-na. Now, the reason why I started it with this song is
no longer, the theme song is no longer approved by the Outright Geeks.
It's no longer approved by 50% of the Outright Geeks. I'm still attached to it.
Anyway.
He hates it. So here's the thing. For all of you that have done so much to love on us, we're going to ask for a little more love. He hates the current intro,
and
so we don't play
are not musically inclined in any way, shape, or form.
You just heard me singing.
Yeah, we sing
know
horribly.
That's true.
So anyone out there with a little bit of knowledge of GarageBand, a funny bone in your body, we would love it if you would send us something for our theme song. I have reached out to a couple of geeky people like Adam Warlock, who does stuff on YouTube. You can Google him if you want. He wanted us to pay him for doing us a theme song, even though he puts out most of his stuff for free and takes a lot from comic books. So I thought that was kind of weird. I wasn't going to pay anybody anything. So if you are a fan and you have a musical bone along with a funny bone and you wish to get some love from us,
and you wish to donate to us,
and you wish to donate to us a new theme, we'll say it's by you every single time.
Mm-hmm.
We will give you as much love as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of love, Mr. Tony Bravo here is now a Kaniac. He's been watching nonstop Leverage, except for the stop to record today, obviously. But he's more of a Parker lover.
I love the character Parker. She's funny. She acts like how I want to act in public. And I actually have done some of her little antics where you just kind of look at someone, yeah, that kid's ugly.
You almost made me take a spit take. It was that close.
I'm glad you did it.
It was that close. Yeah, that would have been on your gaming table.
And
we're recording live from the Bravo Bunker.
From the Bravo Bunker, the Outright Geeks. So yes, I do. I like the Parker a little bit better than the Kane.
And that's all right. Let me
rephrase because I said that wrong. I like the Kane. I like the Parker better than the Elliot.
There you go. So in the show Leverage, he appreciates Parker more than Elliot.
Oh my God, she is so funny. It was just like I said when she did that kid is so cute. But why did you put a dog in a coat? I was like, yes. I wish I could get away with half that junk. So yeah, I've globbed onto the Parker character really hardcore.
But just so we're all clear, we appreciate all the Kaniacs. I mean, we really do love all the likes and the shares and everything else. Since Comic-Con, everything that we've been doing has been blowing up, and we directly relate that to you Kaniacs and the love that you've been giving us.
Not everything's blown up.
The Twitter blew up.
Twitter and Facebook blew up. Our laptop has not blown up.
That's true. That has not blown up. The YouTube video, we've had 37, almost 40 views.
Actually, we're up to the 70s now.
What are we? That's
70
awesome.
views.
70 views.
3 comments.
And some likes.
I think one of them was our own.
Probably. But
we're happy.
We just want to say thank you guys. And so just so you know, we're going to keep continuing with the Kaniacs. Kane's Kitchen. The website goes live tomorrow, June 1st. Mm-hmm. Right now it's still doing the countdown. Tomorrow it goes live, and then he's going to have episodes coming up in July. He did not give a date, but he said the beginning of July. And whenever those come out, we're going to share them. We're going to like them. We're going to promote them as well, along with all our fellow Kaniacs. So we just want to say thank you.
Yes.
And one of the ways we're going to say thank you is a contest. Now, just a little bit of history. Tony and I wanted to do something in our first year of podcasting where we did a bracket and did a prize, and it failed miserably.
Yes.
We take full responsibility for that.
Yes.
We did not get all the help we were going to get from our previous studio, which this is why we cast from the different bunkers, if you will. We lost the studio, but we didn't get enough support there. The rules were convoluted. It was just a pain in the ass, to be honest.
Yes.
So we're doing it simple. 500 likes. We're like 28 away.
We're 28 away.
28 away.
Mr. or Mrs. 500 will be. You are going to receive a prize. Now, the prize isn't physically located here right now.
No, it's at my bunker. I didn't bring it over, but it is going to be a graded comic book from Wizard World Comic Con. It's going to be Wolverine and the X-Men #1.
Do you want to see it? Go back to the first video. It's in the first video.
So, to continue that tradition, because we're going to make it a tradition.
Yes.
500 likes, 1,000 likes, 1,500 likes.
And we're gonna throw some other games in the mix.
Yeah, we might do games. We're gonna review a board game here a little bit later in the show, but we might give out a game. I don't see any reason why we couldn't. So it could be a comic, it could be a game, but we're gonna throw love out there to you guys as you throw it back to us, so we can reciprocate. It's all about reciprocation.
It's all about that base.
It's all about the common courtesy of a reach around.
You know, I mentioned the tuck roll earlier.
I had to get him back for the tuck roll earlier.
We restart, and then we're going to talk about reach arounds now. Thank you.
So to be fair, we've been in the bunker for a couple hours now trying to get this podcast together.
Because we goof off just a little too much.
We are very crazy dudes.
Wild and crazy guys. So what else is on the...
So today's Sunday, and I'm wearing my Targaryens, Dragons Geeky jersey. Thank you, Geeky Jerseys. He doesn't have one.
I want one.
He wants one.
I do.
Really
I
bad.
like the jerseys as well.
We have a suggestion,
I just spend too much of my money.
Show him the shirt.
On this stuff here. Where's my hand?
Those are his games.
These are my games. I have lots of games. So that's where my money goes.
The shirts,
I need a jersey.
We have shirts, and we can get some of those to you guys, too, if you request a shirt. We have a few left.
Yes.
But the shirts, we want a jersey. We would love a jersey.
That would be awesome.
And he's wanting you to release the TARDIS jersey again.
Yes. I like blue.
He likes blue.
I do. I like blue. So the Ford Prefect, I'm going to get that eventually, which he's already worn on the podcast.
I do. I have that one.
You wore it on episode 1.
I did. I wore it on episode 1. Video episode 1.
Video 1. Yes. Episode OGPV 1. Yes, I said that right.
You did.
I had to think about that for a couple of seconds.
But since it's Sunday...
and I also like the RoboCop one because I'm from Detroit, and you put Detroit City on the RoboCop one. I thought that was so nice. So, yes, I do. I go there to the site. I like the site. I like the jerseys. I would like one, too.
So,
I also spend
it's
my
Game of
money on
Thrones
this
tonight, since it's Sunday. Game of Thrones. They are... Let's review it. So, I watched it last week. Tonight's going to be the new episode.
Mm-hmm.
It ended with the most beautiful ending ever. They finally threw Cersei in a cell.
Yes.
In the Black Dungeon, and I could not... I clapped. I was like, yes, that B got exactly what she deserved.
Here's the fun part about all this.
Go ahead.
B Mad has read the books. And yes, I keep looking at my picture, so this is going to look bad. For those of you that made a comment previously, he's made a comment about it already. I'm actually looking at myself on the screen instead of the camera. So when I'm actually looking at you, it's when I'm actually putting two together and saying, hey, look there. The rest of the time, I'm looking at myself. Sorry.
It's just
that being
his
said,
eye.
Be Mad, that guy, has read the books. He knows what happens, what will happen, what has happened to Cersei, and yet he still delights as if it was the first time he ever saw it happen. And that amuses me. I'm not going to say anything because I have read the book and I don't want to be that churlish individual that says,
no, we're not going to do that.
You know what's going to happen to her next?
No.
Well, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. No, I'm not going to do that.
So Cersei's in jail.
Yes.
Sansa is with Ramsay Snow, right? Is that his name? No, it's Ramsay Bolton. Because he
used to be Snow.
He legitimized him.
Right.
So she is married to him. So Sansa's life sucks.
Big time.
Joffrey was a little B.
Yes.
Cersei was a bigger B. And then Ramsay
is a big D.
Giant D.
Huge
D-bag. D-bag. It's horrible. So Sansa's stuck there. Tyrion, the Imp, and Mormont have arrived in front of Daenerys.
Yes.
So Queen Daenerys, they're in front of her. That's where it ended. And tonight we'll pick up and we'll see what happens. How much more they're going to skew to the left, if you will.
Oh yeah, because they've taken the book.
They've taken some liberties.
They've taken the book and they've gone, okay, we're going to go
some liberties
there. That's all right. We're going to still enjoy.
It's
because
a good
they
show.
show boobs.
Oh, speaking of boobs, Sam. Sam got him some finally. I was very happy.
Yes.
Sam, what is his last name? He's Jon Snow's Tarly, that's right. Sam is Jon Snow's best friend, and some action happened, and he finally got him a little wild thing.
Yeah.
Little wildling thing.
Wildling. Dun, 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 dun. You make my heart
So
sad.
continuing on with the shows, we want to talk a little bit about, there was an article in USA Today about Fear the Walking Dead. As you all know, it's going to be coming up at the end of this summer because they're going to try to have The Walking Dead pretty much year-round, I would think. Started off in the summer. He's not a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a Deadhead. Or whatever they call themselves.
No, Deadheads are like the...
Is that the Grateful Dead?
That's the Grateful Dead.
Okay. Well, I love The Walking Dead. I've been a big fan since the comic book. I've said this before, but I literally held the #1 in my hand. I almost bought it, and I put it down because I'm an idiot, and I will never do that again. I wish I would have bought it.
No, you will do it again, because you're going to get some other book and go, God, this is stupid. And you're going to put it down.
I hope not.
And then further on down the road, you're going to see, like, yay.
So, USA Today mentioned that Fear the Walking Dead is going to be coming out, and there's some new footage,
set in Los Angeles, right?
New teaser trailer, set in LA. It's going to be the time while Rick is in a coma. So it's going to explain what happened when the very first contagion broke out and how it began to get to the point where he wakes up and go from there. And they've talked about crossovers, possibly. Yeah. I don't think they'll do it because geographically, Los Angeles and Atlanta, really far away from each other.
Opposite ends of the country.
The country, yes.
Quite literally.
Yes.
Here's why I don't like The Walking Dead.
Okay, go ahead. I'm prepared.
No, it's just not realistic to me. That's why I don't like it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's all I'm giving you. If you want to know more, watch the other shows. We've put more out there.
We have talked about this ad nauseum.
I have. That's why I'm not going any further into it. I wish they would do
my thing is
better stuff with The Walking Dead
than
what they do now.
Everything on TV is a little made up. I mean, that's the whole...
Well, yeah, obviously zombies are fake.
Yes.
Right. No, I get that everything's a little made up. But they could do so much more and still make me think, you know what? I can buy into this. This is real. Like, this could really happen.
And I have said, I know that we'll never have a zombie apocalypse. At least I believe that. But I could see an apocalypse of some sort. I mean, California's running out of water.
I think they have. Like, they're deep in the reserves now. They're hurting.
They've got years left, they say. Years. Like, not 10, not 20, but like 5 or... Read the articles about
it. It's bad juju.
They're running out of water.
And they're right next to a huge body of water, and they can't use it.
Texas was running out of water, and they just had floods. There's flooding there. There's actually some martial law going on in Texas right now.
Well, Houston is underwater, completely underwater. I got a friend of mine out there, Cliff Saunders. Hope you're still okay. From the pictures you showed me, I think you are okay.
My family's made it to higher ground that is in Texas, friends and family, but it's bad.
It is.
So I can believe that an apocalypse would happen. I love the premise, like no TV, no internet, no post office. What would you do? You wouldn't have podcasts to watch, obviously. We wouldn't have podcasts to cast. So it would just be different. And the zombies just throw that extra little something, I feel.
They would drown. The zombies have no brain, so they wouldn't be able to swim. They would just go, and then they would drown. Now the question is since you have to destroy a zombie's brain...
Not in a dry environment.
Well, no, but if they were in Houston, they would drown.
Okay, they would drown there, but they would still be alive because they're dead.
So would they just be shuffling underwater? Would they just...
Yeah, and then they would come out like the well one. The well zombie, all bloated. You seen the well zombie, didn't you? I showed you that. You seen that one, right?
It was on The Walking Dead?
Yeah, The Walking Dead where they pull... I know we've talked about this.
We might have talked about it.
I thought I showed you the clip. So they pull him out. They pull this walker. That's what they call the zombies, obviously.
Right.
They pull this walker out of this well, and as he's coming out of the well, he rips in half, and all his guts go everywhere. Or did I show that to Kat?
You probably showed it to Kat.
Okay,
because I didn't care enough.
They got grossed out. But yeah, so article, new footage from Fear the Walking Dead, more information if you're interested. Continuing on, we would like to...
Are we doing the thank yous now? Because we've done it 3 times, I just don't know if they've recorded.
So as we said before, we'd like to thank at Lone Star Blonde, Tiffany. Thank you for kicking off or rekindling our Twitter account.
Yes.
So on Twitter, we are at Outright Geeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I am at BMAD138. And Tony.
At Tony Bravo TSD. That's Tango Sierra Delta.
Now, you can really
he
figure
thinks
out...
dirty thoughts.
I thought very dirty thoughts. But if you can figure out what TSD stands for, or if you can try to come up with something for TSD, make me giggle. Because when I seen that, I totally went to the dark side of my brain. We'd also like to thank the people that liked and shared and commented on our first episode. Spectre Tippy and Robin Randall for your comments on YouTube. We really appreciate that. And we're going to try to... take some of those things into consideration. I think somebody mentioned that we're a modern Wayne's World.
That's what you say.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth. Ha! You made me Wayne.
That's fine. You can be Wayne.
You said you were Mike Myers.
I can do it. I can handle it.
See, I poo-pooed Dana Carvey a little bit. I actually like Dana Carvey a lot. You know, even with the...
This guy double check. This I can't even do my...
That's all Kevin Nealon, though.
He does it, too.
Well, he does. He has it, but Kevin Nealon's running away with that commercial right now.
So to finish the thank yous while he moves off screen for just a moment, we would also want to thank our fellow Outright Geeks, and we induct you into us as Outright Geeks: Mary Brewer, Ollie Kine, Robin Randall, Frederick Perry, Rachel France, Rama Gideon, and Janine Sword. If we got any of those names incorrect, we apologize. But you guys have liked and shared and commented so much that we just wanted to personally reach out and say thank you.
Thank you very much. And we do induct you into the Outright Geeks. As for inducting you into us...
inducting you into our universe. Inducting you, fellow Kaniacs, into being Outright
I gotta say, and I mean this very sincerely, you Kaniacs have been absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
You are the reason why I'm watching Leverage right now. The reason why I really have gotten to like Parker as much as well.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention that.
No, we didn't forget. We just haven't done it this time. But what I wanted to ask is, for the rest of you that are watching, again, not a slight to the Kaniacs. We love you guys.
Absolutely.
But where's the rest of you guys? I know there's a bunch of Nathan Fillionites, or whatever he would be called.
Nathan Fillion. I don't know what his handle would be.
Right, that's why I say Fillionites. Maybe that's what they'd be.
Firefly lovers.
Here's a version of Firefly I'm not even crazy about because it's a little too hard. Like, it's so hard that it's not even fun anymore.
Yeah, I don't like you either.
I still keep it because it's Firefly. Okay? That's I'm a Nathan Philanderer, right? Fillionite.
Fillionite?
Philanthropist.
Philiac? No.
That sounds dirty.
That does sound dirty.
So I'm kind of curious, where are the rest of you guys at? Because the Kaniac Army right now is at the top of the list for the Outright Geek.
To touch my comics.
He's got me buying comics too.
Yeah, Dresden Files.
Yes, I'm doing the Dresden Files.
There's people out there that should love Jim Butcher.
That's not.
There should be some Dresden Files fans out there. So anyway, the comics that I want to talk about today are continuations of themes that we've been talking about a lot lately, video games, and how everything crosses over. So video games, I hold in my hand Injustice number 2, but of year 4. This is going to follow along with the prequel 5 years before the video game. So right now, they're up to year 4. I don't know what's going to happen when they get done with year 5 and actually hit the storyline of the video game, but I can't wait to find out. The video game is still amazing. I still play it on the PlayStation 3 and then the PlayStation 4 when I graduated to that. But this story has just been going on for a while, and it has been amazing. It was originally written by Tom Taylor. He did years 1 and 2 and the first half of 3, and then Brian, say it for me.
Brian Buccellato is how I would pronounce it as an Italian. He probably pronounces it Bucellato, for all I know.
Bucello?
Bucellato.
Bucellato.
That's I'm guessing. I can't really Americanize well.
So the story is phenomenal. The art, as I always say, is beautiful. So Injustice is out there right now. Please, it's in collected.
The comic book. There's other Injustice out there as well, but the Leverage show is over. How else is Injustice being handled? Wherever there's Injustice, you will find. No?
I don't know.
The Three Amigos.
Oh, I wasn't following along. I'm in comic book mode. So speaking of The Walking Dead, once again, themes that cross over. This is issue 9 of Outcast, which is written by Robert Kirkman.
And it's the comic, not the artist. Like, I started thinking, hey, ya, in my head, but no, it's a comic book.
So this is touching on themes of the paranormal. This is poltergeist and demons and possessions, and the main character
and Little Red Riding Hood
has a power that he touches somebody with that's been possessed, and it causes that person pain. So him and a priest run around. The Robert Kirkman rights no wrong for all I care. In my humble opinion, Robert Kirkman is the bomb diggity. So last episode I talked about Fight Club 2. This is issue 1. So on Free Comic Book Day, this was the most sought out comic, was the prequel to this book right here. So as you all know, Fight Club was a book by Chuck Palahniuk.
If you could come onto the cast and pronounce your name for us, we would really appreciate it.
We would love to do an interview. So he did the book, which became a movie, and the Free Comic Book Day was a prequel, which starts off at the end of the movie/book. So where instead of the buildings blowing up, it actually shows what the book said happened. And this is after that point in time. So Fight Club 2, number 1.
And real quick, so anyway, Donna Marie, we thank you. She'll know what we're talking about when she watches the podcast.
Donna Marie, we thank you.
Yes.
Anyway, so I'm done. That's my comic book section. Thanks for listening to me rant for a few minutes.
And give us an honest opinion also when you're watching these videos. Let us know. Like, I know you've all been watching me sniff my little dice box. It still smells of lasered wood from the artisan dice. I remember last time I told you I'm big into dice. And so I bought this Brazilian soapstone die. That little puppy right there cost me $50. And so I leave it in its little box, but it smells still of the laser wood.
It smells like wood chips.
And it is a very delightful scent. And so I keep sniffing it like some kind of weird crackhead, for which I do apologize if it was distracting throughout the course of this episode. And I've also been picking up at Comic-Con, Thompson signed his little Shaun of the Dead for me, for which I still say thank you. One of my favorite movies like ever.
And so he does like zombies. He just admitted it.
I never said I don't like zombies. I don't like The Walking Dead because I don't like how they're doing their zombie story. In my personal opinion, I don't believe that humanity would just fall apart into this tribal mindset, considering where we currently are in life. Like, if this was maybe, I don't know, 1830, and we're living in...
You forget. If the lights go out, and nothing works, and money is just paper,
right?
Money's worth more as a commodity to burn than it is for anything else.
I still think people would try to come together and make something happen and find a reason to exist other than here's a group of people here and here's a group of people here and they all do stupid stuff until they die.
If you read the comic, you find out that eventually happens. This town that they're in now in the story in the TV show. Mm-hmm. Begins to rebuild that civilization. They've
taken too long to get there for me.
I understand that.
Like the whole jail thing, the whole farmhouse, when they had the opportunity to do it a while ago.
Where would they have the opportunity?
In that town when they were in that farmhouse.
The governor was a dick.
Oust him. You're in a lawless society.
But
if you and I did not like each other during that type of society, we would do one of two things. You would either cack me, or we would move on to other delightful places. You would make something happen. In Last Man on Earth, right? Same scenario, only in a comical setup. They never explained why they're in the position of... Well, let me rephrase.
Never even explained where the bodies are.
Yeah, I know. Or the cars.
Yeah,
but that's another story. Cars. That's another story. But you've got life has completely ended, and people are just popping up randomly. And what do? They
Not randomly. He went out and he went all across the United States saying, I'm in Tucson.
Right.
All these people are coming to Tucson because
but not everybody still found him. Remember, Todd almost drove right by if it wasn't for the fireworks.
Because he didn't give an address.
Right.
But if this happened, that's just one zombie pops up. What if multiple?
Sure.
What if a lot of people turn? What if
some carnage? I agree.
There would be a lot.
There would be some
planes falling out of the sky carnage.
Sure.
A zombie turning, like, we don't know.
And then people would come back together.
And we don't know if they're going to talk about this in Fear the Walking Dead, but we don't know how it happened. Did, like, all of a sudden the zombie outbreak happens right now? Do you turn into a zombie and I don't? You know what I mean?
Like, from what I understand, they all do as soon as you die anyway, regardless of
what,
whether you were bitten.
How did it first start? Did the dead start popping up, or when the outbreak hits, do I have a heart attack and come back as a zombie, like right in front of you?
That'd be weird.
I'm just saying, though.
But if you started groaning, I would
catalyst?
Be stomping on your head. I want you to know that. With love.
I get it.
Be like, I love you, be mad, smash, smash, smash.
Yeah, I don't want to be a pet. I just want to be put out of my misery. I get it.
Can they be made into pets, though?
Yeah.
It's not like Shaun of the Dead, where they could. Like, they were actually put to work.
Michonne chops off their arms and takes out their jaw, so they can't grab you and they can't bite you, and she chains them up around the neck, and she was actually using them as camouflage. They were her pets. I don't think they called them pets on the show. But I'm saying there are people that have their full faculties, and then there are people that are walking around and they're D to the third power. No,
and I understand that. But what always drove me up the wall is instead of setting up shop in Atlanta, finding themselves an area with which...
The city was overrun.
To an extent. You could clear a building, get a group of people. It's Atlanta. They got guns. They could clear a building, right? And then start from there and move out. So it's my turn to do my thing. And why do I have a mouse?
Why do you have a mouse?
I want to teach you guys a game. All right? This little mouse, he's fake, in case some of you thought I was being weird. There it is. He's a little mousy dude from the game Ghost Blitz. Ghost Blitz is a fun little family game. You can pick it up anywhere. We would prefer that you go... What?
Show the lid.
Oh, I'm going in a minute.
Oh, okay.
We would prefer that you go to your local comic and gaming store and you ask for it in person because we want to give our brick and mortar people as much love as possible. And then just ask for Ghost Blitz. Now, this is the German version. I had it picked up by a buddy of mine from a store that did the imports. So it does go by the name of Geistesblitz. I hope I said that right.
Sounds better.
It sounds awesome. Geistesblitz. I can't speak German.
And I can't speak any language other than English, and sometimes I'm not good at that.
One of our previous show people, he did.
Okay.
Remember that guy?
Mm-hmm.
He did a little German. So, das ist gut, das ist red chair. Now, I'm going to point the camera down so you can...
Hold on, let's move some stuff out of the way.
Still here. Oh, yeah, we can move our notes so we can't... No one can read all the F-bombs that we wrote. Now, the camera is down, and you're going to see all these little characters. Okay, and these little cards. This is what Ghost Blitz consists of. You've got... Trying to do this blind here is going to be weird.
A little bit of glare.
You see the image there. You see a little mouse on top of a ghost's head, and the ghost is not happy to have the mouse on its head. And in a similar image, you got the ghost is sitting next to a book. Now, the way
mouse
this
is sitting next to a book.
What did I say? The ghost?
You said a ghost.
My bad. So the mouse is sitting next to the book. The object of this game is if you have the card that has the image of a figure that actually exists, i.e., gray mouse, you have to reach in and grab the gray mouse. If you have the card that doesn't have an image in place, right? So you can see the mouse is green and the ghost is red, but the actual ghost is actually white. The actual mouse is not green, it's actually gray. You have to locate the item that is missing from the picture altogether. So the next card, I'm going to test B-Mad and his wonderful skills. Now, everything is laid out here. Okay, B-Mad. There you go. Here is the card.
Okay, and neither one of those things are in
Right, so items. What item would you grab?
The book.
The blue book, that is correct. Same picture, but different colors. Now we have a mouse and a white bottle. And this time...
the mouse is gray.
The mouse is gray, so the correct answer is the gray mouse. And that, my friends, is Ghost Blitz. You saw us playing it at very slow pace. What makes this game really exciting is when you have 4 or 5 people, and all 4 or 5 people are ramming into this thing trying to grab pieces, and you cause damage to your hands, and it's oh so delightful. As a matter of fact, what we'll do here, let's get all the pieces back into the screen. Here's the next card.
Mouse.
And he got it before I could. Little jerk.
Well, you're gonna have a hard time doing it while you're holding up the card.
I can do both.
Book.
Nope. Ghost is blue. It's actually mouse yet again.
Why?
It's a blue ghost. The book is blue, red
bottle. Oh, okay.
So it's actually a gray mouse.
See, I was wrong.
Woohoo!
One of these things is not like the other.
We have white book.
Gray mouse.
Nope. Red chair. Red chair is missing. See?
Red chair is missing.
There's no chair.
Oh, okay.
See?
And the mouse was green.
The mouse is green.
He looked gray in the...
That's the one common complaint that I hear a lot about. The one common complaint is, hey, that gray is really difficult to see.
It was kind
of... On camera, you can kind of tell. It has like a steel blue look.
Again. No.
What's that one? Yeah, okay, so that's a green mouse.
But for a minute there, it looked gray.
Right.
And that looks blue.
It could be in the lighting as well, but that's Ghost Blitz.
Once again, thank you to the Kaniacs. Thank you, Christian Kane. You were amazing when I met you last weekend, I should say. Please, your ideas, your suggestions. I want to keep talking about comics and video games and Tony and the board games and conventions and shows. We want to keep doing this. We love doing this. We love being a voice for all of our geekiness.
Yes.
All of ours. Yours, ours. We love being that voice. So help us help you. Isn't that how that goes?
Yes. Help us help you. Help us
help you. So be mad.
Tony Bravo.
We are the Outright Geeks.
And we record in a podcast.
Make good choices out there, you guys.
Comics, movies, games. We so outright geeky.
We so outright geeky. We so outright geeky. We so outright geeky.